Okay, the meeting of the Planning Commission will come to order. Please rise and follow Commissioner Montoya in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
Everyone, put your right hand over your heart. Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Will the Secretary please call roll?
Commissioner Uva?
Present.
Commissioner Ortiz is absent. Commissioner Montoya?
Present.
Vice Chair Owens is absent. Chair Duarte?
Present. Okay. Will those in the audience please read the cover page of the agenda as it outlines the procedures which the Commission will follow? This is the time set aside for oral communications for the Planning Commission. Does any commissioner wish to express an announcement, report on a conference, or a meeting, or request items for a future agenda? Commissioner Uba?
Nothing for me.
Commissioner Montoya?
And I've got nothing to discuss either, Chairman.
And I don't either. Thank you. Is the Director of Community Development aware of any presentations for tonight?
Chair Duarte, we had a presentation, but it needs to be rescheduled. It's my understanding that it'll be rescheduled to our next meeting, I believe October 6th, Mary? Yes. October 6th.
Okay. Does the Director of Community Development have any changes to the agenda?
No changes to the agenda outside of what I just mentioned.
Okay. Does the Director of Community Development have a report on City Council actions?
No reports, Chair.
All right. Jumping away. Now is the time set aside for public hearings. The public hearing for PLN-21-0058 is now open. Does the Secretary have proof of publication?
Yes, we do.
Will the Director of Community Development introduce staff making the presentation?
Thank you, Chair Duarte. Tonight we have our Senior Planner, Alfonso Hernandez, to make the presentation.
Good evening, Chairman Duarte and members of the Planning Commission. Tonight you're being asked to consider a conditional use permit to allow an office to operate under a Type 21 ABC license. This license allows the sale of alcohol for off-site consumption only. The business plans to function as a consultation and logistics company conducting alcohol sales by appointment and online only. Another component of the business is home bar consulting. The applicant is Mark Shelton and the business will be named Allocated Liquor. The primary function of the business is to offer home bar consulting and high-end liquor sales. Home bar consulting includes helping individuals design their private bars, also recommending specific alcohols, and ultimately stocking those private bars. The applicant, Mark Shelton, also owns the Lock and Key Social Drinkery plus Kitchen. He explained to staff that he currently provides this home bar consulting service and first began to provide the service because patrons from his bar and restaurant would ask him for help and recommendations for their own bars. Although he currently provides the service, he is unable to sell them alcohol without the appropriate ABC license. Therefore, he has decided to apply for a Type 21 license. The California Department of Alcohol and Beverage Control, ABC, determined that the Type 21 license was the most appropriate for that business. This is an aerial of the subject property on Firestone Boulevard between Woodruff Avenue and Stewart and Gray Road. In red is where the business will be located. In yellow is an outline of the two parcels that make up the overall commercial space. Although there are two parcels, the commercial center functions as one. This is the corresponding zoning for the subject property and nearby area. The lot is zoned C2, general commercial. Directly to the north are C2 zone properties developed with a Jack in the Box and McDonald's. To the south are R3 zone properties developed with a mix of low to high density multifamily and single family residential buildings. The property to the west is also multifamily but zone C2. Lastly, the property to the east is Zone C2 and developed with an Arco gas station. The proposed use will be office with off-site alcohol sales. The previous use was personal services beauty salon. The combined lot size of both parcels is 72,571 square feet. The tenant space itself is 890 square feet. The overall square footage of the center is 19,341 square feet, and the center has 101 parking spaces. This is an image of what the site currently looks like today along the Firestone Boulevard. Here's the floor plan. The entrance is facing Firestone Boulevard. In red is shelving displaying the alcohol. In blue, the applicant will be storing cases of alcohol, and the other parts of the tenant space include a waiting area, desk table, work table, and restroom. The specific design of the interior is still a work in progress. However, this is a concept of what that shelving will look like. The hours of operation are Tuesday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The license will be a type 21, which allows for the off-sale of alcohol for the off-site consumption of beer, wine, and spirits. At any given time, the applicant expects a maximum of 4 customers. Our police department issued conditions of approval that match standard conditions for liquor stores. Although the business and use is not a liquor store, these conditions are placed in an effort to prevent any issues that may be customary with off-site alcohol sales. Those conditions include signs prohibiting loitering, on security cameras, a panic alarm, and burglary alarms. The planning division issued unique conditions such as the business can only sell to patrons by appointment and through online sales. That was requested by the applicant. On another condition, merchandise is restricted to alcohol-related products only, unlike other type 21s that also sell snacks, soft drinks, lottery tickets, etc. And lastly, signage is only limited to the business name and logo. These conditions were placed in an effort to restrict the site from resembling a liquor store. Sorry. In front of you on the dais was placed on a revised resolution. There was a change to one of the conditions. Prior to your packets being delivered, staff discussed the conditions of approval with the applicant. In particular, condition number 21 related to visibility. It's a standard condition for alcohol sale establishments to have full visibility into the tenant space. Today, the applicant informed staff that he would like to keep his windows tinted. The applicant believes having the windows tinted and having limited visibility into the tenant space will help discourage patrons from attempting to walk in without an appointment. After discussions with the police department, they felt that the following revision to condition number 21 was acceptable. That new condition will read, upon determination by the chief of police, windows and storefronts shall be fully visible and unobstructed from any tint and or screening in order to allow view into the tenant space. The change shall be made within 14 days of notification from the police department. In conclusion, staff finds that all findings can be made in a positive manner, and with that, I end my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Montoya, do you have any questions for staff?
Just the clarification again. So the applicant is requesting to keep the tint, and that is also the recommendation that from staff that they can do that?
First, all of our off-sale liquor licenses require that there be visibility. It's a standard condition.
Right.
The applicant would like for it to be tinted. When having the discussion with the police department felt it was okay for them to have tint, but if it ever becomes not okay, they'd have to remove it.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
No further questions.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. Commissioner Uba?
I don't have any questions. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And I think I had a question, but I think you answered it in terms of why the no walk-in and the appointments and other products, because we don't want it to be a liquor store. Is that correct?
It's correct that we don't want it to resemble a liquor store, but the appointment only and online sales, that was actually at the request of the applicant.
Okay, and the merchandise only related to alcohol, was that staff or applicant?
Staff. I believe it's also what the applicant wants, but it was a condition set by staff.
Okay, I have no further questions. Thank you for the presentation. Before I call the applicant or his or her representative, this would be the time for any planning commissioners to disclose any pre-hearing site visits or pre-hearing discussions the commissioners may have had about the project. Commissioner Uva?
I have had none.
Commissioner Montoya?
I've had no visitor discussions either.
And I have none. Okay. Will the applicant or his or her representative please come forward and give testimony? Just state your name for the record.
Hi, it's Mark Shelton.
How you doing?
Uh,
So just tell us about your project here.
so basically, what it is we're using the experience that I've had into the bar sales at Lock and Key, and with this pandemic too. We've had a lot of people wanting to go ahead and have kind of the Lock and Key style experience at home too as well. So we've built up clientele to be able to go ahead and sell to and put together home built bar packages. And kind of taking it to the next step into being able to put it online and try to make a real good go after this.
Okay, great. Commissioner Uva, do you have any questions for the applicant?
No, I don't really have any questions. I think it's a novel, interesting business, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Commissioner Montoya?
No questions, but yeah, it's a super creative idea. So yeah, I'm excited to see your success in this.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, and I have no questions, and I hope it does mirror the Lock and Key experience at home. I think that's a big upgrade for anybody who's lucky enough to have that. So, thank you very much. Okay, and I guess you don't have anything else to say, right? Anything?
No, I mean, it's pretty clear cut. We are taking a very niche type of experience to this. We don't want to affect or take any type of business away from the existing liquor stores. We don't want to be a liquor store, but we're handling this more as like a business consulting firm for our clients. So we're
Okay.
not selling Cheetos and Gatorade.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Has there been any correspondence in favor or opposition?
No correspondence.
Okay. Was there anybody who'd like to speak in favor or opposition of the application? Okay. So does the planning staff have a recommendation?
Yes, staff recommends the Planning Commission approve conditional use permit PLN-21-00058.
Okay, the hearing on PLN-21-0058 is now closed. Now's the time for any planning commission discussion. Commissioner Uba?
I have no discussion. I'm in favor of it.
There we go. Commissioner Montoya?
Yeah, no discussion either, but I think it's a pretty cool business idea. Definitely unique, but yeah, nothing else further to add to that.
Yeah, definitely a very cool concept. And again, anybody who's lucky enough to have that at their home, it's a nice upgrade. What is the pleasure of the planning commission? Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve PLN-21-00058.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a first, second. Mary, can we take a vote?
Okay, we're going to be trying out the voting system, so if you can switch to presentation mode.
And that would be adoption of the resolution as amended.
Yes.
Okay, please place your votes. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go.
Go to,
Yeah, it's working. And the motion passes with all three in favor, Commissioners Uva, Commissioner Montoya, and Chair Duarte to approve Resolution 21-31452, approving a conditional use permit for 9514 Firestone Boulevard.
Okay, congratulations, Mr. Shelton. I said congratulations. It's passed. Okay, moving on. Now's the time for non-agenda public comment. This portion provides an opportunity for the public to address the planning commission on items within the jurisdiction of the planning commission and not listed on the agenda. It was requested but not required that you state your name, address, and subject matter upon which you wish to speak. Please limit your comments to no more than 5 minutes. Pursuant to the Brown Act, no discussion or action other than a brief response, referral to the city manager, city council, city staff, or schedule for a subsequent agenda shall be taken to the planning commission on any issue brought forth under this section. Do we have any non-agenda public comment? Seeing none, okay. The consent calendar, I don't believe we have any items in the consent calendar. Okay, so we'll move on. Does any commissioner have any new business or any other business to discuss? Commissioner Uva?
None.
Commissioner Montoya?
Just wanted to wish you again, Mr. Chairman, a happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Other than that, I've got nothing else to discuss.
Thank you. And I just had one thing, maybe I'll direct this to Aldo. I did have a citizen of the community reach out to me about the project on Gardendale that we approved about 2-3 years ago. I think it was the 7-Eleven. I guess there was a little concern about the site still hasn't been built out, and it was looking a little dingy. So just wanted to see if we had an update on any of that.
We'll look into that. We'll respond to the entire planning commission in terms of the status of that site. We'll also have code enforcement drive by, and if it is looking a little dingy, we'll have the owner clean that up as well.
All right, thank you, Aldo. Does the Director of Community Development have any additional comments?
Yes, thank you, Chair Duarte. We're going to host a housing resource fair on September 27th at 6:30 p.m. at the Barbara J. Riley Community Center. We're going to have a ton of service providers there providing information on a multitude of housing services for our community. We'll start to post on our social media sites in the next couple of days and also post onto our website. So please follow us on Instagram and Facebook for further information and help us spread the word. Thank you. And that's it.
Thank you. With that, at 6:48, this meeting is adjourned. Yeah.